Perfect. Hello everyone, how are you doing? My name is Érika. I'm an English teacher at Melhor Seu Inglês together with teacher Newton. And so welcome to this live stream. Today we'll talk about one chunk, one adjective, one piece of information in English that I hope can be useful to you. And well, let me first tell you how I decided to choose this one, which is an adjective, clear cut. Okay, this is something that you guys can do too yourselves. So what I did was I like to watch TV shows. I like crime drama kind of TV shows, and I chose to watch The Sinner, which is a Netflix TV show. There are 2 seasons there. And I had finished the first one. I finished yesterday and started watching the second season. I watched the first episode, and while I'm watching a TV show or a movie or something, I take notes, like these notes here on a piece of paper, okay? And I try to use it, to incorporate it in the way I use English in my everyday life. I try to find a way, that will help me remember and make my English richer, okay, more diversified, more interesting. So learning new words, extending your vocabulary will probably make your speech a bit more interesting, like I'm trying to do here. So, as I was watching the episode, no spoilers here, someone said this phrase here, that someone said that something, well, it was or it is a pretty clear-cut situation. So that's the phrase that I got, a pretty clear-cut situation. And I decided to study, to practice this adjective, clear-cut. Do you guys know what it means? Do you have any idea what it means? So hello everyone, Janira, Prima, while you're thinking about it. Hello Mateus, how are you today? Hello Sasa Martins, Moika, Nasa Futsal, Priscila. I hope you're having a great day. Hello Nasa. Cut me off. I'm sorry about interrupting you. I didn't want to cut you off. What do you mean, Mateus? Hello, Israel. Right, so after I did that, and this is something you can do too, you can, of course, use dictionaries to get the meaning and other kind of information too. So this is a pretty clear-cut situation. What does it mean? So clear-cut means defined, clear, okay? Clear, sharply defined, well defined, easy to perceive, easy to understand, and something you can be certain about. So clear cut has a lot to do with certainty, okay? Some similar words, some synonyms or similar words are definite or defined, outlined, sharply outlined, sharp cut. So these are similar words you can use instead of saying clear cut all the time. Delicately and cleanly outlined, well defined, exact. Okay, so clear cut means exact, definite, precise. What else helps us remember and understand a piece of information, a piece of language? The antonym, the opposite. So what is the opposite? What do you guys think would be the opposite of clear cut? I will wait for you for a little while, and then tell you what would be the opposite of clear cut. Mateus, essas frases são similares. Cut off and interrupt? Yes. Yeah. If you want, actually, the best place to go is a dictionary. I recommend Longman Dictionary. I'm gonna use it here. And let's see. So how can I improve my understanding? Isael, how can you improve your understanding? Expanding your vocabulary, learning grammar, reading a lot, listening a lot, writing a lot, because when we write, we understand the language a little more, and speak more, okay? If you do all these things more in a progressive and organized way and regular way, you'll be able to understand more, okay? So cut off. Yeah, interruption. It means, let's see, a synonym. Oh my God. Yeah, separation, etc. You don't know this adjective? Yeah, so if you don't know this adjective, this is the best place, the best time to learn it and to use it, okay? So try to use it in your everyday life. We're going to see here some examples of how to use clear cut. What is the opposite of clear cut? Lord of the Rings is clearly the best fantasy book ever written. Yes, Lucas, that's your opinion. It's a great book, but you didn't use the adjective clear cut. Where is the adjective clear cut? You could say, my clear cut opinion about the Lord of the Rings is that it's the best book ever. Okay, so it's very definite. It has this idea of exactness, exactitude. So it's very exact. My opinion about the Lord of the Rings is very clear cut. My opinion about the Lord of the Rings is pretty clear cut. It's the best fantasy book ever. Okay, so this is a way to use the adjective clear cut in your sentence. One way, okay? It's not the way, but one way. Hello, Kika, how are you? Confuse. Confuse is a verb, okay? So I don't want to confuse you. If you want to find the adjective is confused, and it's not exactly the same. I wouldn't say my opinion about this book is confused, right? But so let's see some antonyms. Any antonym? Hi, Hasai. How are you doing? Good to see you here. That's okay, Lucas. That's okay. That's the objective here, to keep trying. Okay, that's why I'm asking you guys to write sentences. I can't explain it with more words because then you cannot read it here. I have to simplify the instructions. But I would like you to write sentences now using this adjective. So it's an adjective. What does it mean? You need to use it before a noun or after a linking verb, like the verb to be. My opinion is clear cut, okay? Or this is a pretty clear cut opinion, okay? So it is an adjective. So for people who don't know how to write sentences in English, how to organize the words, etc., you need to know that if the word is an adjective, you're going to put it before a noun, a clear-cut, what else? A clear-cut refusal. Refusal, no. This is not the one I want. I put here outright. Clear-cut. A clear-cut distinction, okay? A clear-cut advantage. We're going to see some examples. Or something is clear-cut. Thank you, Isael. Can we say my clear-cut opinion? Yes, Lucas, you got it right. Very good. This is why it's important to try, because it helps you understand how to use that piece of information. Laser focus. Once you know how to use this word, which is an adjective, it will open you doors to use many other adjectives. That's perfect. Good job. Hello, Carole, André, Maria. Hello, Starshine, Lux Claudio. Hello. What's a clear-cut? That's a clear-cut final word. Very good, Lucas. That's it. Okay? What does it mean? That's a clear-cut final word. It means that there is no shadow of a doubt. Okay? There is no confusion. Okay? That's the noun. There is no confusion about it. Can you tell, please, the meaning? So, clear-cut. What does clear-cut mean? It means definite, exact. What else? Sharply outlined, or easy to understand, easy to perceive, things like that. What is the opposite? I asked you guys to tell me the opposite of clear-cut. Nobody said anything. So, some opposites. Blurred. Okay? Blurred. Blurred. Or indistinct. So you have distinct, which is clear-cut, distinct, and the opposite, indistinct. Indistinct. Or vague. Or vague. Okay? So when something, an idea, usually is not precise, exact, or easy to understand, you say it's vague, it's indistinct. It can be confusing with ing too, okay? So, as an adjective also, it's used with nouns. But there are certain nouns it's mostly used with. So a lot of people, I think Lucas used clear-cut with opinion. So you can say a clear-cut opinion. But it's very, very common too to find a clear-cut answer. A clear-cut answer is an exact answer. Okay? You don't have any questions about it. It's an exact answer. A clear-cut chance of something happening. A clear-cut distinction. A clear-cut favorite. A clear-cut victory. A clear-cut victory is a victory in which you are sure, 100% sure of who won something. Okay, so that's a clear-cut victory. Think of a soccer match. Sometimes, I remember, I don't understand anything about soccer, but I remember that Germany versus Brazil game in which the score was 8-1, right? Something like that. That was a clear-cut victory. But sometimes the victory is like there is a tie and you're not so sure about what the referee is doing on the field. You know, you're kind of questioning their behavior and things like that. So it's not so clear-cut. Examples with clear-cut. Any more examples? Let's see. Oops. You improved your pronunciation, please. Starshine. If you want to improve your pronunciation, there are some things you need to, I tell my students to do. First thing is learn the phonetic symbols. 2, every time you learn a new word, look at the phonetic symbols that correspond to that word. Besides listening to the word, look at the phonetic symbols. Practice saying that word out loud many times, not just once, many times. 4th, record yourself speaking. Record yourself speaking. 5th, listen to yourself and try to detect where the mistakes are, where the problems are, what parts of your pronunciation need to be improved. You should be the first one to detect those points and try to improve them. But of course, you can ask someone else to listen to you and to help you too, okay? But these would be the steps. These are the steps I tell my students to follow to improve their pronunciation. Israel, piadas, jokes. Do you know? Can you tell jokes in English? Maria, Sibeli, hello. Sorry. Oh, by the way, my voice is almost gone because I've just finished a live stream on YouTube. So, you guys, we have a YouTube account, Melhore Seu Inglês, and there are a lot of videos there, 1-minute videos, and a lot of other types of videos too, a lot of live streams, and I have just finished a live stream there, so head that way, follow us, click on inscrever-se, follow us there on our YouTube channel, Melhore Seu Inglês, hit the like button, it helps a lot, okay? You can't imagine how much clicking on the like button can help us grow and expand. Tell to your friends about our channel, share the information with other people, okay? Lucas, Mary has such an indistinct mood. Yeah, if you don't know exactly how she feels, you can say she has an indistinct mood. I wouldn't say she has, because that gives an idea of permanence. Unless you want to, that's your overall impression of her, that you can never understand how she feels. But she has such an indistinct mood right now. So I cannot pinpoint how she feels right now. Her feelings are not clear-cut to me right now. And she doesn't know how she feels, right? She cannot name her emotions right now because her emotions are not clear-cut to her, okay? So her emotions are indistinct to her. Her emotions are blurred, or what else? Vague. She can't define. So that's those are two opposites. It is not clear. Yes, Starshine. It is not clear is the opposite of clear-cut. Okay? Hello, Mark, Manovinha, Rushed. Você acha que estudar com tradução atrapalha? I personally do not think so. I think translation has a place when you're studying a language, but you should know when to use translation, okay? And of course, the more you study, the more you will understand how much translation you need in your practice. Okay, so again, this is not clear-cut. I cannot tell you, do not use translation, never use translation, or always use translation. Translation in language learning is not clear-cut. It's not exact. It's not precise. I think, so in my personal experience, I do use translation. I use translation in the beginning when I'm starting to learn a language. For example, now I'm starting to learn Scottish, Gaelic. So because it's too different from Portuguese, I use translation a lot. I actually learn Scottish from English, okay? And I also like to use translation at a more intermediate stage because it helps me understand the nuances of grammar and vocabulary too. But at a more advanced stage, I tend not to use translation so much. So I think it has a lot to do with the level of how much knowledge we have of the language, okay? Not clear-cut, definitely not clear-cut. Hello, Jessica. What a clear-cut humiliation. That was because there is no way you can say that, right? No way. The difference is huge. So clear-cut humiliation, clear-cut victory for Germany. Hello everyone, Eduardo, my English accent, André, Patri, Isanda, who else? Questions, comments? Hello everybody, greetings from Barcelona, Spain. Hello Jessica, wow, awesome. So, people speak Spanish and Catalan there, right? Catalan is a language that I started learning a while ago. I want to get back to it this year. I'm super excited because I love Catalan. I love it. One of my favorite languages. Okay, so let's see some examples. Clear cut is something that is not clear. No, it's the opposite. Clear cut is something that is clear. Okay, it's exactly that. So clear cut means defined, precise, clear, sharply outlined, something that is easy to understand. For example, when I say that translation should be used in this way or in that way, you should know when to use it. This is not very easy to understand, right? This is kind of vague, I don't know, or indistinct. But clear cut is the opposite. So, Eber, hello Eber. Anteros Pereira, hello everyone. We have both languages here in Barcelona. Yes, you do. Yeah, and I like the Catalan culture. So some examples here to help you understand a bit more what clear cut is and how it is used. Again, it's an adjective, so it's usually used before the noun. So there is not always a clear cut distinction between right and wrong. Do you agree or disagree with me? What do you think about this? There isn't always a clear-cut distinction between right and wrong. What do you think? Lucas? Okay, I met your YouTube channel while Uncle Nitro were playing RPG English Weekend. Yes, yes. We tried to mix, to incorporate. This is actually, for me, the best way to learn a language is trying to incorporate the language, combine the language with something else that you like. We like playing RPG, we like reading, we like watching TV shows on Netflix, movies, etc. We like singing. So we combine everything and it's super fun. Okay, so there is not always a clear-cut distinction between right and wrong. What do you think? Does it make sense? For me, it does. Another example. There no longer is a clear-cut definition of liberal and conservative. What do you think? Do you think there is a clear-cut definition between a liberal person and a conservative person? Is it possible to clearly separate these two definitions? Is it clear-cut or not? There is no clear-cut distinction between severe depression and mental illness. I'm not in that area, in the health area, so I'm not sure. I can't talk about it. But people, if any of you here are doctors, psychologists, psychiatrists, is there a clear-cut distinction between severe depression and mental illness? I have no idea. Chief among them was the lack of clear-cut purpose. A clear-cut purpose. This is what we need if we want to learn something. So we are at the beginning of the year 2020. Happy 2020 to everyone. If you guys want to learn English, you need a clear-cut purpose. Do you have a clear-cut purpose? What is your clear-cut purpose regarding English this year? I would like to know. I'm curious. What is your clear-cut purpose regarding English learning, English practice this year? Not always, Lucas. You do not always agree. With what? With what? Because I said so many things here, I don't know what you're talking about anymore. It makes sense. What are you guys talking about? Right and wrong, liberal and conservative, severe depression and mental illness, a clear-cut purpose. It makes sense, definitely. I think so. I don't know what you're talking about anymore. I'm sorry. There is a clear-cut definition for conservative and liberal, right? So the concepts do not overlap. It's completely distinct. Those two definitions are completely distinct. There is a clear-cut distinction between them. Very good, Lucas. Not for between, okay. You do. Sandra, you have a clear-cut purpose for English this year? What is it? What is your... Because if it is clear-cut, you know exactly what it is. You have the words to describe it, okay? if you cannot tell me, if you cannot organize your ideas and explain to me what your purpose is, it's vague, it's indistinct. Your purpose is indistinct. Lucas, I'm still setting down my clear-cut definitions of 2020 because I'm not clear yet. Yes, so things are a little bit confusing, blurred, right? A little bit vague. You're trying to clear your mind, and this is a very important thing to do, because once you know exactly what you want, it's like halfway there. You're halfway there. And I think one of the problems my students have and people in general have is that they don't know exactly what they want. They have no idea. They want a lot of things at the same time and very fast. Okay, so if you have a lot of objectives at the same time and you don't have a plan to reach them and they are confusing, it will be very hard for you to reach that goal. Okay, so choose one goal, prepare a path to reach that goal, set out the steps to reach that goal, and nothing will stop you. Jessica, my clear-cut purpose with my English this year is to practice my English with people. Yes, because once you know you want to practice your English with people, you have to think, who am I going to practice with? Am I going to use the internet? Are there apps or sites that allow me to do this? What are the sites? Let me do the search here. I found 3 online sites, communities. Am I going to use Instagram? Am I going to participate in an English learning community on Instagram? How am I going to approach people and ask them to talk with me? Am I going to use Facebook? Am I going to take part in a group on Facebook and contact people and invite them to talk? How are we going to talk? Do I want to talk to people face to face? Do I want to use the internet? Do I want to use Skype? Do I want to really have a conversation? Do I want to record my conversation and listen to my conversation, to replay my conversation and see what I can improve? Am I going to record messages, okay, on WhatsApp, on whatever app it is? So this is the beginning. You know that you want to practice your speaking. Now you have to materialize, the resources. And today it's very easy with the internet, really. If you live in Barcelona, there will probably be, meetups. Other people who want to do the same, they want to practice their English. They will meet weekly at a bar. You can make friends. There are a lot of ways to do that. You have to decide which ways, maybe experiment with many of these ways, and then decide which ones you like the best. This is what I would do, okay? Lucas, my purpose is to save money to move to Australia. Yes, this is the beginning of a plan. So you want to move to Australia in 2021. You need to save money. How are you going to do that? How much money do you make? Do you make money or not? If you already make money, how much money will you have at the end of the year? Do you need more money? How are you going to get more money? If you're not getting any money right now, how can you make money? How much money you need for the trip, for the tickets, for the plane tickets, for everything, for housing, for food, for transportation. What are you going to do in Australia? Is it a course, an English course? Do you want to live there? Do you want to work there? So these questions help your plan materialize, and your purpose becomes stronger when you can visualize all these details in your head, right? I need to go back to studying Russian and go back to singing classes. Yes, there are a lot of plans here. Because think of the time you need to invest in something, in your goal, right? So the more plans you have, the more spread out your energy, your time, and your money will be, right? So try going back to Russian, try going back to singing classes, and try to see if you can maintain everything, or if your what's the expression? To spread out, right? Because the more focus you have, the stronger your plan is, okay? So focus in terms of time, how much time you're investing in that activity, how much money you're investing in that activity, how much energy, okay? Because we get tired. You're investing in that energy. Think about that. The fewer goals we have, the stronger they become, okay? Sandra, yes, I studied a long time ago and want to remember because I have nobody to talk. Yes, so your plan is to talk with people, contact people, try to find ways to do that, to find people who want to practice too. Both natives and non-natives, right? You understand everything I say? That's great. Your listening is great. Jessica, I'm gonna go some English exchanges in Barcelona and practice with my American friend, and of course watch Netflix as much as it. Yeah, yes, because again, I don't know if I said here or on my other life, the more you read, listen, and write, and learn new words and improve your grammar, the better your speaking will be. Your speaking is a reflex of how many hours, how much practice, how much effort you put into vocabulary, grammar, reading, listening, and writing, okay? The more you practice those things, the better your speaking will be. But you should definitely practice speaking. Don't wait, okay? Don't wait for the perfect time to start speaking. Good morning, Jose. How are you today? All right, so Yeshua, Executive Protection Brazil. Hi, how are you? Gentil, hello. Hello, Mods Masir. Jose Ribeiro, I want to spend my money in my new cosplay. Yes, if that is your goal for this year, focus all your resources, time, money, energy on that. The more focus you have, the faster you will reach that goal. It makes sense, right, Lucas? Or you can combine things, right? So if you want to teach Russian in Australia, you're combining two things that you want to do. You want to learn Russian, and you can use that to make money in Australia. Do you see what I'm saying? If you want to practice singing, again, you can teach singing to anyone, anywhere, because we have the internet today. So you can make money with that too. But to make money with that, you have to invest money, time, energy on learning that well enough so you can teach that and make money off that. Good morning, Clever. Good morning, Samuel. Jacqueline. Good morning, Deza. Happy New Year to all of you. So back to the origin. So the point of this live stream was to talk about the adjective clear-cut, which means, just a review here, clear-cut means exact, precise, easy to understand, easy to perceive, something that is you're certain about, 100%, okay? So some examples. Is there a clear-cut distinction between right and wrong? Is there a clear-cut definition of liberal and conservative? Yes or no? Is there a clear-cut distinction between severe depression and mental illness? Do you have a clear-cut purpose? That's the question I'm asking people here. Do you have a clear-cut purpose for 2020? Okay? The individual that produces the most clear-cut signal is most likely to have the most offspring. Weird sentence, but clear-cut signal. A clear-cut signal is a very clear signal. You understand it 100%. There is no way to get it wrong, okay? There were few outright failures and many clear-cut successes. So there were some few total failures, many clear-cut successes. Can you guys tell me what clear-cut successes you had last year in 2019? What clear-cut successes did you have last year, 2019? Any challenge you face in your life, professional or personal, is never clear-cut. What do you think? Any challenge you face in your life, professional or personal, is never clear-cut. Yes or no? You can say, this isn't a clear-cut advantage. Okay? So for example, learning English. Learning English is an advantage, right? You know another language and you know one of the most important languages nowadays, besides Spanish and Chinese. So, is knowing English a clear-cut advantage? Are you 100% sure that knowing English is an advantage for you? Is it a clear-cut advantage? A clear-cut path is a path you are 100% sure about it. If you follow that path, you will reach your goal. Very clear-cut costs. Clear-cut costs are costs you know them. They're very sharply outlined. You know exactly what the costs are. So for you, Lucas, you're going to move to Australia. Do you know, are the costs of living in Australia clear-cut to you? Clear-cut, like, do you know the cents? Okay, to the cents. You can also say it's very clear-cut. Yes, the costs are very clear-cut to me, or are pretty clear-cut to me. The costs of living in Australia are pretty clear-cut to me. And yeah, can it be any more clear-cut? Okay, these are the examples I have for you. If you wait until the right time comes, you will be waiting the rest of your life. Yes, Masi, I totally agree with you. If you keep waiting, so one thing is to prepare yourself, right? It's not actually waiting. So the way I tend to approach things is I get a hang of the theory first. So I'm not waiting. I learn the theory as much as I can, and then I start practicing it. But the thing is, when are you going to transition from theory to practice? In the case of speaking, right? I think that's what you're talking about. If you wait your whole life to start speaking, yes, you wait your whole life and nothing will be done about it. I agree with you 100%. Sandra, I forgot how to use words, and another thing, I want to study again, going to school. You're doing or as you're doing here right now. Yes, I recommend doing this. If you have studied English in the past and you want to brush up on it and want to revive it, bring to life again, do all these things, right? Start reading, listening, watching movies and TV shows, etc., whatever you like, listening to songs, but you need to start using English too. So write a lot and speak a lot, and today you can do exactly what I'm doing here. You can do a live stream, you can talk to people. There are so many ways. Talking with a teacher, yes. Okay, teacher. You bought a new car? Sandra, I think your concept is clear-cut to me. Yes, a clear-cut concept. Good job, Mano. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Hasai. Okay, can you please repeat your topic? I have just joined you. So my topic is, I'm teaching the adjective clear-cut, which means exact, precise, sharply defined, well-defined, etc. The opposite of clear-cut is blurred, vague, indistinct. Okay, so I don't know if Sandra, she wanted to talk. I don't know. I don't think she is. Oh, she's.
Hello.
Hello, Sandra. I can't see you. It's dark.
Just a moment, please. Can you see
okay,
me?
there you are.
Yes, I can. Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Ah,
I wrote to you that I said a long time, 15 years ago, and the
uh-huh.
method was excellent. Because of this, I forgot everything. But
Yeah.
I have to study again and know
Mm-hmm.
how to use the words correctly
Mm-hmm.
and how to put the words in the right place. Okay,
Exactly. Yeah, that's good. Sandra, where are you from?
São Paulo.
Okay. And why did you decide to study English this year?
Because I think it's so important, and I began to talk writing in English with another people in other.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how to say in English, and applications.
Yeah, apps.
Uh,
So what apps do you use to talk to people? Because other
I
followers here might want to know.
I tried a speaky,
Speaky. Okay, so
and
Speaky.
I met people in Instagram and
Instagram too. Uh-huh.
to and writing in English and answering in English. People
Excellent.
people lived in United States or in another countries.
Uh-huh.
So because of this, I decided to study again because I love it. I
Nice.
love English.
Okay, so you decided to study again because you were in touch with all these people. You felt you needed to improve, right? Your vocabulary, grammar, everything else to be able to communicate better with them.
Because I want to travel to another countries too.
Nice,
It's
nice.
very
Okay.
important.
So, do you use other apps or only these apps, Speaky and the other?
I
Do you
think
use any other apps, any other material? Do you like to study grammar or not?
is for me is very important grammar.
Mm.
Very important grammar to study in
Uh-huh.
English. To know how to use, to put, and to use comma that I don't know.
Mm. How do you study grammar? What do you have a book? Do you use
Uh,
sites?
I like the BBC English that I put in Instagram. I like very much. They explain
Yes.
very well the things.
Yes, yes. I love that site. It has there are so many things there you can do. There are videos with transcripts, grammar explanations, exercises, right?
And
It's fantastic.
I met you and I liked you very much. And for me, it's important talk with somebody to explain when I am wrong. How can I write correctly? Understand me?
Uh-huh. So, Sandra, let's practice here the use of clear cut. I was asking you guys questions like the first would be, do you think there is a clear-cut distinction between right and wrong? Do you think it's easy to separate right and wrong?
Um,
Is it clear-cut?
I think so, but I'm not. When I came to see or in life, I saw
Uh-huh.
these words. What is this? And
Uh-huh.
you was explaining.
Uh-huh.
I understood when because of this I wrote what I'm sure and I did. I bought a car.
You bought a car, okay, but how can you use the adjective clear-cut with your car?
I
Maybe
don't
it
know.
was
I don't
was it
know.
a dream? Was it a dream to buy the car? Was
No,
it a plan?
I bought. I
Yeah.
had
So it
planned and
was
I bought.
uh-huh. Do you have let's see what questions I can ask you here
I
using
need.
clear cut.
I have to understand well clear cut.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think it is? What do you think it is?
Clear. I know that is how translating to Portuguese. Claro,
Yes. Yeah,
obviously.
obvious. Yes, obvious. Obvious. Yeah, obvious. It's something that you don't have any questions about that. You understand perfectly.
When we are sure about something, is this?
Exactly. Yeah.
So
I
I can tell you, and I told you, I said 15 years ago, when I'm talking to you, that is a native teacher. And so I can say that I'm not so bad talking.
No, you're not. Definitely not. Sandra, so changing a little bit the subject. Do you like reading? Are you reading any books right now?
No, but I bought a long time ago, because I studied in the books that I have studied, talked about Tom Sawyer, and I bought the book, the books in Tom Sawyer. I like to read, and I need book, a physical book. For me, it's important, a physical book to read. Okay?
Yeah. What is the story about Tom Sawyer? What is the story of Tom Sawyer? Do you remember?
Few.
The basic idea.
They were children, and Tom Sawyer, and I remember one of these. They one story that in my books at school, they told that they were in the graveyard. So I don't know. It's funny. I remember now. This is on my study books at school in that time.
Não, mas Sandra, eu tô falando um livro em português mesmo. Você tá lendo algum livro hoje em dia? Você lê livro ou não? Não? Ah, okay. What about movies? Do you like to watch movies?
More or less.
More or less. And TV shows? No?
I watch YouTube all day.
Okay, so tell me about one video that you watched on YouTube today or yesterday.
I like to listen mantras. I like to listen shows. Only this.
Show? Que tipo de show? What kind of show? Concerts, like with
concerts. Will Divo, Hauser.
Okay. Well, is that in German?
No, no.
Hauser. I don't know that one.
Hauser. They play cello. It's wonderful.
Okay. So you like to listen to music on YouTube, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice talking to you. Very nice talking to you, son.
To you too. For me too. And I thank you.
Yeah, thank you for joining this short chat. If you want to talk more in the future, we can do that. I wish you all the best this year, okay? That you accomplish all your dreams, all your goals. I don't know what they are, but I hope you can. And I hope you improve a lot your English, okay? You already speak very well, and you just need to keep going, okay?
Would you like to be my teacher? Online?
We can talk about it. Definitely, we can talk about it. Send me a message, a DM, a direct message, uma mensagem direta. We can talk about it. Okay?
Thank you.
Have a nice Sunday. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Okay, so we are back here. Guys want to talk to? Just to let you know that when I talk to people here, I like to ask about how they are learning English, how they practice their English. Look, let's talk. And also, I will ask you to tell me a story. So next time you want to talk with me, have a story prepared, okay? So let's see. Look. Looks this. Hello?
Hello.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. How are you?
Your name is... I'm good. And you?
My name is Jean Lucas.
Okay. And you're from?
I'm from Rio, you know?
Okay. Yes, I do know. So how... I have been, but in the past, I think it's been more than 15 years. The last
Where
time
do
I
you
went
live?
there.
Where do
I
you
live in
live?
Belo Horizonte. I live in Belo Horizonte, Brazil.
That is nice.
Because there are people who are not from Brazil here. So, Luke,
Yeah.
tell me about yourself. How do you practice your English? Do you use BBC like Sandra? Do you use the site?
No, no.
No?
Actually, I have been studying English by watching videos, on YouTube,
Okay.
and then actually the truth is I started learning English because I would like to become a professional skateboarder, because
Really?
I'm a
That's so
skater.
cool.
Yes,
That's so cool.
when I was 11, I thought like, oh my God, I want to change my reality, and then
Uh-huh.
I thought like I think English will help me a lot.
Of course.
And then I
Yes.
started learning English by myself. I didn't go
So,
to an English school.
you live in Rio, the capital, right?
No, not in the capital of
In the
Rio.
state of
Like
Rio.
like a countryside.
Okay. Because I was wondering if you get in touch a lot with foreigners, people from other countries, people who speak English. You do?
Yes, sometimes I talk to some natives,
Yeah.
something like that.
Cool.
Actually,
So,
I speak English every day. For this reason, I have been working a lot on my English.
so who do
So
you speak with? You speak face to face with people there, or only on the internet?
actually, I have a friend who lives close to me
Okay.
and speaks English very well, and then we can
Uh-huh.
practice together.
Uh-huh. Is he a skater too?
No.
He's not? Okay, and do you just speak? Do you learn just by speaking, or do you do, I don't know, you watch a lot of YouTube videos, but do you
Yeah,
read?
yeah.
Do you read
Netflix,
books? Do you listen to podcasts? Do you write? Do you?
I think I have been studying English for about 5 years. I don't know, something like that.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Time.
It's a long time. So, Lucas, tell me.
Actually, we have we have many content of English on internet.
Yeah, yes.
That
It's
you can
difficult to
learn.
choose. It's difficult to
Yeah.
choose. Tell me about your life as a skater. What is your routine? How many hours do you practice per day?
Actually, I'm always speaking English, because I'm a teacher. I'm an English teacher.
You're an English teacher, but what about your skate? As a skater, what is your routine?
Nowadays, I'm not thinking about like becoming a professional skateboarder.
Okay,
Because
okay. So you started studying
it's so
English
hard.
because of skates, but now things changed.
But now,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
Look,
But
do you?
I
Go
keep
ahead.
skating.
Okay. Do you?
School.
I was asking Sandra about books, movies, and TV shows. Do you watch TV shows and movies? Do you like that?
Yes. I like Friends. Of course.
Everybody watches Friends. Yeah, but just Friends. Do you watch anything else besides Friends?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like, let me see. Oh my God. Can't
For example,
remember
these days, are you following any TV show? Are you watching any? Did you watch any episodes today, yesterday?
I just finished The Witcher, let me say.
Okay. Yes, I did. I love it. I love it. And 2 years ago, I was using Instagram to learn Polish because The Witcher is based on a Polish.
How many do you speak?
Sorry?
How many languages do you speak?
How many languages? Spanish, French, Italian, German, a bit of Polish. Yeah, for real. And a little bit of other languages. What else? Yeah, besides Portuguese and English. So about 7, including Polish, but Polish is the one I know the least because it's very hard. But I spent a whole year studying it. I love it. So Witcher, yes, I want to read the books. I want to read the comics.
I think they have like 4 books. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just finished the series.
So what is the basic story of the first season of Witcher? Because remember, I'm going to ask everybody to tell me stories here. So in general lines, because we have a few minutes left here for the live to end. So in general lines, what is the story about?
I think The Witcher he has like a covenant with the girl, you know,
What girl?
who
So who
the
is the
girl
Witcher? Can you tell me who the Witcher is?
Jeremy. I think his name is like Jeremy, or Jeremy. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I forgot.
Yeah, something like that.
Jeremy de alguma coisa, esqueci agora.
Okay, Gerald. Yeah, Gerald.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
He's trying to save the princess.
Exactly.
Princess,
Yes.
you know?
And is he a normal person?
No, he's not. He's like a monster, something like that.
Yeah, he has special powers, right?
He's the Witcher, you know? He's the Witcher.
So he's trying to
That's it.
save the princess. So there is the Witcher, there is the princess, and there is somebody else that is very important.
Yeah, I forgot the girl's
Jennifer.
name. Yeah, Jennifer. Her name
Can
is
you-
Jennifer.
What is her story? What happened with her?
She was like, I think she was like crippled, you know? Her spine is like I don't know, bent. I don't
She
know.
had a
do you know?
hunchback. She had a hunchback. Uh-huh.
Yeah, something like that. I think I can say she's crippled.
Crippled. Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's it. But after that,
That's it. No, there's so many things that happened with her. No,
Yeah,
she
but-
was a girl who was, I don't know if she was adopted. She lived with her parents. Her parents didn't like her. Her parents sold her to a priestess.
You know, to save the princess.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Very. Yeah. Did you like the?
Right,
Yeah,
but
I
it's
love
not
it.
short, you know? That was short.
It was short. Yeah, I agree. Very short.
So,
There should be
I
more.
think they will release the next season in 2021.
Ah, my God. I'll need to
Unfortunately,
watch
yeah.
it again. I'll need to watch it again because I always forget. I forget the story, and then I need to watch everything again before the
Me
new
too.
season.
I could notice.
Yeah. What about movies? What was the last movie you watched?
Actually, I want to go to California, you know? That's my dream. I want to live abroad, you know, something like that. But I have to save money, you know, because I have to save money because it's so expensive, you know, to get a ticket.
Yes, you need to do that. You need a clear-cut plan. Clear-cut path.
What does it mean?
Clear-cut means
I
very. Clear-cut means clear, exact.
Okay.
There is, you know exactly what you want, what you need to do. In this case, a clear-cut purpose, right? I was asking people, do you have a clear-cut purpose this year? So some people said, yes, I want to save money. I want to practice my speaking. I want to, you know, so you have a clear-cut purpose.
Do you think I'm fluent?
Yeah, fluency is kind of a fluid concept. It's not clear-cut, okay? So the concept of fluency is not clear-cut. It's the opposite of clear-cut. What is important is not how fluent you are. What is important is how well you can communicate. If you can express yourself and if people can understand you. And yes, I can understand you perfectly well. And so this is what people should worry about. Can I communicate? How well can I communicate? Do I need to improve anything to communicate better? What do I need to do to communicate better? So these are questions we need to always be asking ourselves. Look, we have 20 seconds left. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope to do this again in the future. Thank you, guys. Okay. I hope you guys having. Yes, see you next live. I hope. Remember to follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, listen to our podcasts. And next time I want to listen to stories, prepare stories to tell me, okay?